field now, and we've got, well, there's 141 up here. Richard and Julie, they took 2 loads back with them this morning. I've come up, obviously with the trailer on, take another load back. I'm going to stack them up, put them in 3s, like, so they're easier to, you know, pick up when we come back to get the rest. Let's see what this loader's made of. It's always a good test of a loader handling big bales. I mean, it shouldn't, you know, the weight shouldn't bother it at all, especially with 2 bales on. I can't carry more than 2 because obviously my grab can't safely handle 3. But considering the year and the type of straw, they seem, you know, they're nice decent bales. It's a tricky year for straw, baling straw. It's so sort of, you know, it's shiny and slippy this year, and makes it very tricky to get pressure into bales. Got to get back into the swing of things. I ain't handled square bales for, well, not in the field for for a year, have I? Absolutely lovely proportional joystick on it. So much control. It's as good as a loader joystick any day of the week. So that's why I should, you know, I've loaded that wrong really. I should have put the single on first and then the double, because it's easier to get 2 bales off of 1 bale than it is 1 bale for 2 bales. You can end up pulling the top 2 you know, you can end up trying to pull the stack over, like. But yeah, it's just a lovely light joystick, superb. Transition between forward and reverse is super smooth. You can adjust it. I am gonna cheat. I'm gonna load from both sides. I've got the option to, so it'll just make life a bit easier. This is a sure-footed little tractor, this is. Got a good turning circle on it, which is important for obviously manoeuvrability and especially on loader work, like. can't get over how controllable the loader is. It's a blooming revelation, that is. I mean, I am sort of struggling to find fault with it, really am. The only thing I'm finding fault with at the minute is our bow grab. It is not a very well designed bow grab in my opinion. I'll show you in a minute. We've just got 2 more bows to put on this side, and we are loaded. We can then just get on and stack them up in 3s like. But yeah, no, the grab, I mean, you wouldn't think you could get a bow grab wrong, you know, just a simple set of bow times, but if these were quadrant bows, you wouldn't be able to pick them up, I don't think. I really don't. Obviously they work well for round bales. Round bales not a problem. But we'll stick this last bow on and then I will show you. I'll show you. You see, I'm just operating that with just fingertips, is all I need. Yeah, it is a good, yeah, let me move a minute. It is a good view for you as well, look. That's how good, that's where my eyes are at the minute. And you'll see how good that forward visibility is there when you've got a bale up in the air. I'm not having to duck down under the roof like that. I can just sit back and I've got a bloody good view. It's just that small bit of cab frame there which is not intruding whatsoever. Land this bow, creep it in a bit, there we go, roll it back, ease it back like that, lift up a smidge, and she is out. So yeah, that's a real bonus, I think. I mean, really handy, and it's like I say, it really doesn't impede your view. You're not having to look round it or anything like that. Right, we are in neutral, handbrake is on. Drop this loader down and I will just show you what is up with this bow grab. Now, can you see it's basically the wrong way up, and I think last year I said I'm going to blooming turn this upside down. You've got the bigger, you can't swap the tines either because you've got a bigger boss there than there, so I can't take them out and put them in. So what you end up doing, I should have had it a bow like, but when you get it about set, these top tines, which are your main tines, they sit just below the top of the bow. So it's very easy when you're lifting back or you're going over tram line or whatever to bounce through, and then you're lifting strings and then you've got a dead bow, which no one wants. So these big tines, they want to be going in the middle of the bow. And them ones, they want to be, well, they don't really matter so much, but it's very difficult to get them in the middle of the bow. So hence, like what I say, that wants to be down there and they want to be up there. And we poke it away after hours and forget about it, like. It's only when you get it out, for the next year, and you think, oh, blooming bow, set of bow tines. So it's going to be one of my projects this year, or out in the winter, is to fix this blooming bow tine. Possibly get some longer ones of them, or what I might do is take them out and get a that sort of size boss and weld one in the corner there. That might be the easiest fix for it. Now I've shown you about that Case in point, now I've shown you about that this bow grab. Shows you why I'm being so careful with it. We got it. When you got two, don't carry them too far off the ground. So if they do start flopping, you can dump them quick. I suppose if I'm going to be really picky, the only other thing that would really make my life even easier is if I had direction control on the joystick here, which was a feature. Where's that valve gone? Which was a feature of the T7 HD, the new one, the PLM. That had a joystick similar to this, and that did have a direction, you know, you can change your direction on it, like. So if I was being really picky, that would just finish that off. But this joystick has got, I mean, a lot of buttons on it, so you wouldn't actually be able to fit it on, like, you know. So but if that, you know, if them two there were a direction change, that'd be really handy, because obviously you've got the column mounted change there and joystick one there. I always use the joystick. I know some people prefer the column change, but I don't, because it's just, you try and have to catch it with your hand when you're steering. So so I would love that. It'd just be ideal if you could just say assign that to your forward and back. I'm just dragging the trailer down the field now, because I stacked all the bales up this end. Just got them few there to do, so take the trailer down near the gateway. The other thing this tractor's got is something called smooth shift. Now what that does is, specifically on the down changes, let me just rev it up a minute. You might not be able to hear it on the video, but what the smooth shift does, yeah, it's not really, you can't really pick it up on the video, but what it does on down shifts, it gives a little blip so that it's perfectly matching the gear, the old gear, to the new gear. You know, obviously, like, say for example, when you're when I'm driving the TW, when I'm changing down, I need to rev it up for the gears to be able to mesh to put in the new gear, and it's the same sort of thing with this. Instead of it, how to best express, instead of it when it's changing down, it just goes like that. This one goes so it revs it up to match, and that's why it is so smooth. Like I say, it's hard to pick up on video, like, but I can assure you, it's blooming impressive. It's like a CVT, it really is. A CVT without the drawbacks, I'm telling you. Stacked up now, just makes life easier when we come to pick them up now. And if it does rain, they've got a bit of weatherproofing, haven't they? So all we've got left to do now is strap the old load down and disappear. Go and get my tea, because I am hungry. Yeah, she's a chunky little tractor, isn't she? Chunky little tractor. Right, let's go, see what the old girl has got. Plenty of go. It's a punchy little engine in this. See, it's fit powertrain. 140 horsepowers. There we go, and that transmission, I keep harking back to it, but that is the key part of the machine, the transmission, that dynamic command transmission. so smooth. You literally cannot feel the changes. It is mega impressive, I've got to say, mega impressive. Hopefully New Holland will, you know, expand you know, the range of machinery that can take this gearbox. You know, like you get this dynamic command in a T7, I mean, now we're talking. I mean, they possibly are, you know, planning that in the future, like, and that'll be a hell of a combination, that will. So there the old smooth shift was working, that I was talking about earlier. Just blipping the old throttle as it changes down, just so it's absolutely smooth. It's uncanny, it really is. I can't get over how smooth it is. I mean, for a truck, I mean, you'd expect this, you know, it's like my Discovery, how smooth it changes gear. It really is impressive. Another nice feature that it's got is that we're in top gear now, going flat out, which is actually 28 miles an hour, which is a bit more than 40k. 28 miles an hour, that's pretty, it's not far off what the T7s do. And we're doing that at 1800 revs. So we're not, you know, we're not got the engine flat out to give us the speed line. So we're saving a bit of diesel as well. Always a good thing to save a bit of diesel. So yeah, we're just sat dead on 28 miles an hour at the minute. Going up a slight gradient now. We're still on 28 miles an hour. It hasn't dipped at all. There's a bit of torque in there, there is. The more I drive it, the more impressed I am. Another thing that is surely coming across in the video is how stable it is. I mean, obviously we've got a Bale trailer on the back with 22 90 deep bales on it, and well, look at it, it's just sat planted. I mean, don't forget, this hasn't got front axle suspension or anything like that. The only suspension being offered to the tractor is via the loader at the minute, which is doing a good job. You know, just the old boom float like. But I am, to be honest, I'm lovely and comfy in it. Not bouncing around or anything like that. What a machine. Alright, this will be an interesting little test for it. Up the old hill. Away she goes. I'll tell you another thing. This is the first tractor, I think, that I've run in auto, so I'm not in charge of the gears, obviously full power shift. Tell you what, that's a torquey engine. That's just pulled up there like a rat up a drain pipe. Yeah, like I say, the auto function on a lot of tractors I don't think are very good, and I always like to stay in control of the gears, but this one, it's just occurred to me that I'm quite happy letting it do its thing, and it's worked a treat. I haven't even noticed it, to be honest. What a machine. New Holland have got this transmission bang on. Bang on. Right, the old T5 has ticked another box and ticked it big style. So we'll get this unstrapped, and these are the ones from this morning. as you can see, all the squares are in now. We are done. Now, before you go, there's another channel I want you to check out. It's called Luke Tuttlebury. Now, he's a New Holland nutcase, a bit like myself, and he's been, you know, he's been watching the channel for a good while, like. And like, New Holland sent me this tractor to review and to see what it was like, and they've done similar with Luke. They've sent him, he's only a young lad, they've sent him a 132 scale replica of a T5, an auto command, not a dynamic command, and he's done no end of these unboxing videos. He also films machines at work and all sorts of stuff. He chucks loads of content out. Like, he's only young, and I'm stating it now, he's going to be a future YouTube star. He's brilliant on camera. Go and check him out. He, you know, deserves a few more subscribers and views and that. And there'll be a link in the description and a link at the end of the video somewhere here of him unboxing the T5 model that New Holland sent him, plus his channel logo as well. Like, so go check him out. Give him a like and a subscribe, because he's a very good lad. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you on the next one. Ta-ta! Oh yeah. Dumping and scooping, Ted, dumping and scooping.